Give it up for Ira Sylvester! Hello, everyone. My name is Ira Sylvester. That's IRA, like the terrorist organization, or freedom fighters, depending on your opinion. Sylvester is not my real last name. My genuine last name is Bundy. It really is. I'll show you my ID right now. You can tell them what my real last name is. 1 second, there we go. Oh shit, there we go. What does that say? There we go. Not a fortunate combination. You might be able to tell that I am a refugee. I mean, I was born here, but I sought refuge in Denmark. This country's going to shit, I had to get out. I'm what's called a love refugee. A love refugee is what you get when a Scandinavian, in traditional Viking fashion, goes to another country, finds someone they like, and then brings them back. Willing or unwilling. And then, they break your fucking heart. In what the Italians call a dick move. But by that point, I've gotten residency, so Brexit didn't affect me. So I'm back to dating, and I was talking to one of my friends about this. Now, she's Romanian, but she was living in the Ukraine. She had to move back. And I was talking to her just to check in on her, see how she's doing. I was telling her how my life was rough. She was like, yeah, her life is rough too. And I was just like, yeah, man. I'm back on Tinder. And she was just like, oh, I've got a funny story for you. And I was just like, okay. She goes, and this is another true story, some of her friends are still back in the Ukraine. Some of them are in the military, and some of them have been matching with Russian soldiers on Tinder. What a fucking weird place to be getting military intel. Like, can you imagine if you're just talking to your sergeant being like, Sergeant, I think the Russians are advancing. Goes, what makes you say this? Because this guy, Mikhail, 27, likes long walks on the beach and is down to fuck. Just moved from 10 kilometers away to 2 kilometers away. And here's the thing, if you do match up in that kind of situation, how the fuck do you open up that conversation? It's just kind of like, hi, Dimitri. Really glad we matched. You're really pretty, but quick question. Is that you shooting at me from the building across the street? I also imagine that if Tinder is an issue, that Grindr's much worse. Because Tinder gives you rough distance. Grindr tells you they're there. Now, I know they say there are no gays in Russia, but there are, because I've sucked them. And I do have this image in my head of this like kind of Russian troop running around being chased down by the Ukrainians, and they're just like, how do these Ukrainians keep finding out our position? There's just one guy at the back being like, I have no idea. Do you know the thing about when you break up with someone? Like, I was engaged, so it was like a pretty serious thing. There's certain things you know you're gonna miss, and there's certain things that kind of take you by surprise. Like, one thing that I actually really, really fucking miss is her mum's dogs. Like, they were just, they loved me and I loved them, and they fucking hated other dogs. Has anyone here got a dog that doesn't like other dogs? Yeah, you know how fucking rough it is when you're walking them down the road and you see another dog from the distance, you're like, oh, darling, please don't. Please don't. And then as soon as they see them, they just go off. And I mean, like, really, really giving it their all. Like, I don't speak dog, but I know if you could translate what they're saying, they'd be like, hey, bro, what are you doing, fam? What are you doing to my head? Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. But the thing is, they're only Yorkshire Terriers. So I'd like pick them up and I'd just be like, yo, bitch, calm down. She's trying to be like, no, I'm like, this is my calling. I might be small, but my teeth are knives. Now, I don't know why they've got a London accent, because they are Norwegian. So it would probably be something more along the lines of, you are but a nail and I will be the hammer of Thor. I really, really will miss them. So I'm back to dating, and it could be going worse. I do keep getting maced. Which is uncomfortable. Anyone here willing, actually, quick shout out from the women in the audience. Who here has ever gotten an unsolicited dick pic? why the fuck do guys keep doing this? Because one of my mates was like, nah, man, if you really wanted to get, like, if you wanted to get with you got to send her, like, that dick pic. Bro, that is like the human equivalent of a cat bringing in a dead mouse. You know what I mean? It's just like, this is for you. Do you like it?